Menu narration set to 100.
Oh, when the Saints go marching in. Oh, when the Saints go marching in.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the legendary venues in the sport. Historic Soldier Field in Chicago. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the New Orleans Saints and the Chicago Bears. On the sideline, there's a look at the head coach of the Saints. His guys in the midst of a great run, winners of 9 of their last 10. Across the way, you've got the head coach of the Bears. His team looking for a spark, hoping their fans will give it to them here at home as we are set to go. Alongside Greg Olsen, I'm Mike Tirico. The kicker has us set for the start. It's going to be a wet one. Here we go from the second city. And he'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the quarterback now in his 4th NFL campaign.
One of the best parts of the week, Mike, is when we have an opportunity to sit down and visit with these guys during the production meetings. And the thing that we both came away with was, while he was happy with the overall performance of his team a week ago, you could tell that lone interception left a bit of a bad taste in his mouth. He called that errant pass unacceptable. He doesn't plan on having too many of those in this one. And look for him to be a little bit more careful with the ball as he tries to get his team to another victory here today.
You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 4. First carry of the game now, and here's Breece Hall. We're going to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
It's now 3rd and 5.
3rd down. They need 5. They'll throw out of the gun. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
This league is so often described, Mike, as a passing league, and performances last week are a big reason why. Not only his ability to rack up a ton of yards, but to have 3 touchdowns to go with it. And even though it's not as rare as maybe it used to be, I think we have to be careful that we don't take that type of production for granted. They're going to be a hard team to beat if he's able to continue to produce at this rate.
Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. Cutting very difficult in these conditions. He gets forward here for a gain of about 3. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 7. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. They get 18 on that one. It's good for a Saints first down.
These third down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and not much there. Good defense, held to no gain. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second and 9. They'll stick with him again. Maybe a couple there. It's third down.
That's a gain of 3. It's third and 7.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down?
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is they've already decided they're going to go for it on fourth down.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on fourth down. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff it on fourth down. Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And he'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards. Ball on the 39. Here's second and 8. Another run here with Hall. Into space. He's inside the 30. And he will go all the way. Reese Hall. Touchdown Bears. It's his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. Point after, coming up here. He's got it. And the Bears will take a 7-0 lead.
Saints nothing.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's McAllister to return. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. The Saints offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. The numbers have looked good this season. Case in point right here, right up there among the NFL leaders in touchdown passes. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and 9. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. They will indeed go as they look to throw. And he will have that first down. Taking a chance here early in the game. They convert on fourth down.
A gain of 5. And the Saints first down.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a first down to go with it. On the toss, they'll run. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. We are through one. It's the Bears off to the early lead. We're back to Soldier Field after this. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
And he's going to have the first down. They'll mark him at the 29, but it's a new set of downs. First down picked up. First and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. Running very difficult in these conditions. He gets forward here for a gain of about 3. Second down and 6 now from the 26. Now this time they'll look to throw. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
It's third down and 6 yards to go.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be fourth down. That one is good. And the Saints are on the board. It's 7-3.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here able to put that one through. That's a big risk in this situation here, Mike. They're hoping to catch him by surprise, but now when you fail, the other team is able to not only have a short field, they got a chance to extend their lead.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he'll be hustled out just shy of the first down marker. That's a pickup at 9. He's going to set up second and 1.
Brings up second and 1.
They'll give on the ground. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground.
And I think if they didn't get it there, even with the lead, I think that coach is telling them, hey, this is 4 down territory, but that's all for naught now, because after that good blocking up front, he picks up a fresh set of downs.
We'll try the zone read on first and 10. A pitch comes to Hall. I don't think that was going too far either way. Defense right on it. They hold him to no gain.
Second and 11.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
That's the big tight end, Colston Loveland. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Let's go. Let's go.
McConkey in motion. A third down. They'll try to get it on the ground. Oh, yeah. Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark him out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
First and goal.
That is a gain of 20. And what a chance now. First and goal coming up. They'll try to run this one in. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards. Now back at the 4 for second and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Luther Burden. Touchdown, Chicago. His 6th touchdown now for the season.
That was just too easy, Mike. It's just straight man coverage. Great route by the receiver on the slant. You just can't give up an inside release deep in your own end zone. Because as you just saw, it's pitch and catch.
The extra point is good. And the Bears extend their advantage to 14-3.
Saints 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kicks away. This fielded at about the 9. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Now out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. They trailed out 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. He'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards. From the 33, here's 2nd and 8. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force 4th down. The Saints will punt this one away. Looking up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for, and taken successfully. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's complete. It's McConkey. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big-time play for the Bears. 31 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's a design run.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
Now it's 2nd and 1. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he's in. Touchdown, Bears. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
Point after try forthcoming. No problem with the footing. The kick is good. And the Bears move out to a 21-3 advantage. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. The Saints offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. The drive will start on the ground. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Let's go.
To the right side here, pass is caught. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 4.
And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down? It's something these teams stress all week. There's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
It's a turnover on down.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in this second quarter. This defense pinning their ears back, coming to get him again.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Here's a ball thrown deep right sideline. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
Ryan Stonehouse in punt formation.
And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Saints offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And mark him down up beyond the 30. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And the offense will elect to burn a timeout. 5 seconds remaining in this second quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 40-yard line.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. A throw right side is intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. And instead, why don't we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the third quarter. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. The Saints offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now a give up the middle. And he'll be marked down to the 45-yard line. A gain there of 16 yards. First down, New Orleans.
Gain of 16 yards. First down, Saints.
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll get that complete to Ross. And he is out of bounds down at the 21. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Quick throw, taken in. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. That is a gain of 20. What a chance now. First and goal coming up.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Evans. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. The Bears offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he is in the midst of a sensational season, currently 2nd in the NFL in passing yards. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the...
He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
Well, as they face this possible 3-and-out following that 2nd down sack, now if you're the quarterback, you've got to be thinking, get the ball out of my hand, find a matchup I like downfield and try to push this ball past the sticks and keep this drive alive.
Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The Bears send out their punt team as he's standing right around his own goal line. This fielded inside the 35. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. The Saints offense back onto the field for their next possession. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with 1st down. Handoff here, up the middle, finding space inside the 40. And he is out of bounds at the 31-yard line. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive. It's 1st down, and they'll run. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
32 yards line.
He'll drop to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back, and they will take him down at the 20-yard line. A pickup there of 13. It's good for a Saints first down.
And the Saints first down.
In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'd say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. Now they'll set up to throw. The throw here is complete. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Touchdown, New Orleans. That his 2nd TD catch of the season. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do. Anytime you fail on a two-point try, there's always going to be second-guessing about whether that was the right play call. In this case, they decided to throw the ball, which I like. They just need better execution, and they end up coming up a little short.
On the return, here comes Evans. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. There's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. They'll send a tight end in motion right. The drive begins with a run, and it's home. And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Back to throw. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down. The Bears sending out their punt team, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Saints offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. To the ground, a first down run. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Gervon Dexter there on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 46, here's 2nd down. This one caught by the back out of the backfield. And he'll get about 7. Still short of that first down. And they'll try to convert it on 3rd down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. They'll try to get this one on the ground. Oh, the defense beats him in the backfield. They stop him dead in his tracks. And set up 4th down.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Open man, left first down on a well-designed play to get 16 to keep the drive going.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. They'll look to throw. In trouble, and down he goes.
Certainly hasn't been their best game in terms of rushing the passer, but you find yourself with a lead here in the fourth quarter. No better time for that pass rush to come alive and see if they can close this game out.
Throwing right, it's taken in. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 13.
He'll go right and find his running back. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's first and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
He's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the first down.
And you think back to the first half, Mike, just how well he threw the ball, and you thought maybe this defense would come up with some answers in the second half to slow him down, but so far that has proven to not be the case.
A run on first and goal. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. That is second touchdown of the game. He's up to 9 now on the year. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
The Saints will line up.
They'll try to pick this up with a run. And he is not able to get to the goal line, so they stop him and up the lead up to 3. It remains a 1-point game. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The Bears offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with first and 10. Pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Luther Burden, the intended target, and that will lead to a second down. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
There's no need to do anything reckless. It's 3rd and long. The opportunity to convert this is probably slim, so there was nothing open downfield. I think he makes the smart decision here, Mike. Avoid the negative play and throw the ball away.
This brought in out past the 20. And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down. Now out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. They're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He's taken down but just shy of midfield. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. They'll stay on the ground. That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5. That's a second charge timeout to Chicago. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Now give on the ground, and he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. And 3rd and final timeout taken by the defense, so the 2-minute warning, the only clock stoppage they have left. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Here's a run going left. And he'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. 2nd down, they need 7.
Here we go, set. Leaque, 18.
On the toss, they'll run. And they'll stretch him out to the sideline, but he'll be taken down for a loss.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
They'll try to set up the screen here. They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a 1st down.
And that 1st down should all but do it, Mike. With only 1 remaining timeout, the defense just can't stop the clock enough. Got to imagine it's victory formation. We're a couple kneels away from this game being over.
The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. They'll stick with him again. Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass. So they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
So now out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. So it is still a one-score game, but a little more breathing room now.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This taken in at the 8-yard line. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
Their own 24-yard line.
They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He'll send this one deep for Odunze. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense pulls here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So this one a win for the visiting Saints, and it is their 3rd consecutive victory. They continue to play great football here in this latest stretch. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.
Wild little piece. Lord, how I gave my parents fist. Tried so